Hold your head up high, be a proud corgi. Huh. Is that how it is? So this is it. The dinky little 3-in-1. Haven't tested it yet. Don't know if it works even. But me and Shed Corgi and OMG, we went for a little bit of a road trip and picked this up. And by picked it up, I mean 2 people lift it up, drop it in the boot, the car sinks. This thing, although it's small, weighs in at 45 kilos. That's like, what, 3 Shed Corgis? It's almost half my weight. But yeah, that's a different story. So anyway, got this little thing. Might as well see what it'll do. What do you think, Shed Corgi? Let's chop some stuff. Alright. The steel I've been using. Also, this tree hasn't actually been set up yet. Alright, so needs to grind up. Yeah, so that's an issue. Let's look at that. Let's brush off there. Yeah. With that standing up, I'm not going to force it. The blade's also got a little bit of movement in it. That might be an adjustment because this machine's never been set up and used. It might not be meant to cut anything this thick either though. Okay. What do you think, Shed Corgi? I don't think it's doing much cutting. Let's see how he goes bending. Yeah, well, it bent. It's gone close to 90. Find another piece. It's about 80 degrees. It's about 80 degrees in bend. And the other end did about 30 degrees. So, cutting and folding, it's not looking great. There's a lot of slop in this plate, and quite often when it comes down, the guillotine edge is actually sitting on top of this piece. There doesn't appear to be anything that I can adjust for that. So, all right. Now, sorry. Now I think if I can shim the bottom piece so that it doesn't wobble, and make it so the blade doesn't bind up if you go the wrong direction, like that. not looking good so far, but I'll see if I can adjust it. This will need some customization to get it working, I think. Alright, so the lid off it doesn't say anything about what material thickness it's meant to use. This is measuring at 1.2, so 1.2 mil thick, and it's struggling to cut. Now maybe I need to clamp it down to the bench so I can get more leverage on it, but with how much that blade is flopping around, so that tilting back, and has a 1.2 mil gap, so it's never going to cut. The only reason that it cut at this end is because when it gets all the way down, it's actually jammed into place. All right. It rolls, so that's one thing I suppose. There is some adjustment here that I've just noticed. What's that? I'll show you what down. I see what it does there. That went way over 90. All right. All right, so the folder can be adjusted. Looks like it's got different sized teeth. Inch, 2 inch, 2 inch, 3 inch, 4 inch, I'm assuming. Never assume. Yes, I was right. They're in inches. Okay, so we've got 2 out of 3 working. What can I do for this little cutter at the bottom? Handle always has to turn one direction. Always turn one direction. Okay. I'm going to get some clamps, clamp this onto the bench so I can get some real leverage onto it. Large collection of spanners required. Alrighty, so maximum leverage. Alright, going for about a 30 mil cut. Alright, let's try for 50 mils. Alright, 100 mil. Yep. Come this way a little. You got to make sure that that corner's down first before it'll actually cut. So I can't really use that section of cutter. apparently. Alright, we're going for a 100mm cut. Well, I cut it, but I'm putting a bit of force on it, and it goes bang. I interrupted it and it jammed up again. So, what does it need? You might be able to find something and put a shim in the back behind the back block to stop the blade from wobbling so much. That might help. Yeah. It's going to need customizing. The adjusters for the rollers, they seem a bit janky at the moment, but you can adjust them. The folder actually seems to work alright. It folds a lot easier than my other one, and being that it's a press instead of a fold, like a lift fold, it's got a lot more options for doing folds. I can do my other folder wouldn't be able to do that, but this is only able to do that because of a bit of a gap that I've got on the back here. You wouldn't be able to do that on a longer piece, but you can get your folds close together. And you can adjust it to go a fair bit beyond 90, from what I could see just then. Now, the cutter, like I said, this is 1.2mm, so it's not real heavy. Well, I'm interested to see what I can do with this. So, what do you think, Shed Corgi? You look disapproving? Come on, turn around, you old fella. You're looking older than you normally do at the moment. Disapproving Corgi. Now, I wasn't super excited about this at the first attempt at cutting things, but I reckon I could get it working a bit better. Definitely has to be bolted down to work properly, but I figured that anyway. Couple of little shims in the back might be all it needs, but as I always say, you should just customize everything.